Good morning, everyone. How's it going? I don't really know exactly what this video is going to be about. I guess we'll kind of figure this out as we go, but there are a few... Oh, hello! Sorry, my dog's here. As you guys know, I'm Thomas. I run the channel called Stylized Station, and things have obviously changed a lot on this channel, so I thought, hey, maybe I'd do, like, I don't know, a little, like, update video just to talk about what's going on, like, the future of the channel, and other fun things just to connect with you guys more. So yeah, let's do that. First off, I've told this story a few times, but this channel has changed a lot over the years. It's been sort of an experiment with my own personal growth, I guess, and I've always tried to make this channel a balance of the things I'm currently interested in and the things that I think you guys would like. And sometimes that's been successful and sometimes that has not succeeded at all. But that's okay. That's a part of this creative journey that I'm on, and that you're probably on as well. We started with Blender tutorials, and then I brought artists on to talk about things because I wanted to share what they had to say. And then when YouTube started becoming more accessible and popular, I shifted away from that. And I started making content on like how to make video games or how things are made in video games, kind of from like an amateur's perspective, because that at the time that I was very curious about that. And then I lost interest in that. And then I started doing videos on animation, and I started animating things. And some of those videos did very well. Yeah, like very well. And every time I shift my content, I am always met with like a little bit of resistance because I start becoming the guy in something. I've been fortunate enough that like some of these videos that I've done in the past do really well. So people start associating me with that thing. For example, when the videos that I was doing explaining how things work in video games, when those are doing well, I started becoming the guy that explains how things work in video games. And then when I shift that content, suddenly I'm not that guy anymore. And I can understand why that can be jarring to people. But I'm not the kind of guy that can really just settle in and do one thing. So that's just why that happens. I'm also interested in how the business side of creativity works and how creativity and business coexist together. So we did a bunch of videos on that, and that did pretty well as well. But I started to get bored of the content, so I just stopped doing it. And then I started learning how to animate because I had a brief curiosity with animation, and some of those videos did really well as well. And I found like that was one of the first times where I really felt a groove in what I was trying to do and in who I was as a person, because I was authentic, I was being genuine on camera, and I think I really shine the brightest when I'm given a challenge and I just organically and naturally work towards it without a script. Like how this video is right now. I feel like I'm at my best when I'm just riffing. And so again, perspective shifted and I started to become the anime recreation guy. And that was kind of cool because there were one or two creators doing it at the time, but it wasn't like widespread. And now it's kind of widespread. And I'm not saying that I started it, but I got in there before it became really popular, which I've been very lucky with in the past. So, but the problem with that content is I just straight up had no life. I would sit down and work 8-9 hours every single day and stream. And over time, it was making me more and more miserable. I did it for about 6 months, 4 to 6 months straight. And it was just not easy to do. And it wasn't very conducive to my own lifestyle. So I spent a lot of months toiling over this and kind of decided that, okay, I've learned something about myself in this scenario, but unfortunately, maybe as good as this is, it isn't what I'm meant to be doing on this channel, because even though the content was amazing and I was putting out stuff that I believed was really great, I was still miserable. And this has been something that I've been struggling with for like the 5 or 6 years that I've been creating this content. I put out a lot of content that I'm proud of, but the hard thing about this creative process is that sometimes you can put out content that is genuine and authentic, but it still doesn't work for whatever reason. There's still this hole that you feel, and I felt that. But I will say, I was very thankful for those videos that I made, because that's when I connected with you guys the most. Definitely connected with you guys the most, and I really want to recapture that. So that's why, after a lot of thinking, I started shifting and trying out these storytelling videos, like these WTF happened to whatever. We did What Happened to Video Game Physics, which was an okay video. And then we did WTF Happened with Unreal Engine, which blew up, which I wasn't expecting. But I think a lot of people are very heated about Unreal Engine right now. And the graphics debate online is very hot. So I guess that just got kind of fell into the zeitgeist of today's culture and what everyone's talking about. So that was kind of cool. Then I did a video about Pokemon, and not a lot of people resonated with that, but that was the most fun I've ever had making a video in a long time. And then just recently I did a what happened to Bethesda. And the reason I'm doing these topics because these are topics that I'm genuinely interested in. You know, these are the questions that I have myself. And I don't care if they do well. And I think that's good. That's a good indicator of content that I could maybe make sustainably, because that's something I have struggled with for a very long time. You know, from my experience on YouTube, to get a foothold in this industry, you need to do one thing really, really well and just do it over and over and over again and build an audience that way. And I've always struggled to do that. I can do something for max 6 months to maybe a year if I really push myself, but then I get burnt out, you know? So I don't know if that's like conducive to YouTube, but it's something that I've always struggled with and something that I'm still trying to figure out now. So if anyone's wondering why my content is always different and always changing, that's why. That's why. It's just me trying to figure out what works for me, because I can make viral videos. I'm confident in that. I've made a lot of viral videos. I don't know the secret sauce exactly, and I can't do it 100% of the time, but when I pick a niche and I stick to it, I will figure out a way to get things to go viral every once in a while. So I'm not concerned about me being successful. I'm concerned about me being happy. And I guess that's why I wanted to make this video, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there who maybe feel this way. And there's a lot of people in the audience who probably wonder why I do the things I do. Or maybe there isn't, but I feel like this is healthy to have this sort of discussion and update every once in a while, right? Now, for every time that I've tried to do something new and I have realized it wasn't for me, I've picked up a little piece of the puzzle. And over the years, the puzzle has become more clear to me. And I now understand what I do like and what I don't like. So I guess overall, this channel has been a very interesting case of the creative process itself. And the creative process from a very scattered mind of someone who is just trying to find what works and what doesn't for them. Because as I've learned, and I think a lot of people are like this as well, if you're not happy doing it, I'm just not going to do it eventually. Like, I can fake it for a few videos, but if it doesn't make me truly happy, I'm just not going to do it. I don't care how successful it is. I really don't. There's a couple of things I'm still struggling with. I think the biggest thing is I've had a video blow up recently that I made a while ago. It was called like, it was a video about being an older person and like starting over and my advice. And the video did okay, but recently it's gone algorithmically viral. And all these stories of people have come flooding in. And it really did make me realize that I do enjoy making content that really helps people. So I'm sort of stuck between, okay, how do I make content that's entertaining to a general audience, but also, you know, helps people at the same time? Can I do that? Is that a second channel? And so then I started a second channel, and then I feel like I just can't focus on one thing. And I'm still battling with like the idea of that being okay. Is it okay? Am I going to be okay if I just do all this different stuff? I really don't know. So there really was no point to this video. I think I just had a few things that I wanted to get off my chest that I feel comfortable putting out there. And hopefully I can connect with you guys a little bit on that. But for people who have been following the channel for a while, you may have noticed that my background is different. That's because we moved into a new place a couple of weeks ago. And this room is sort of a fresh start to me. So I feel like this is a bit of a fresh start in a way. And I'm addicted to fresh starts. I get that little dopamine rush when you decide that you're going to do something new, and there's that like uncertainty and the excitement and adrenaline of, is it going to work out, and it's novel, and I understand that's a trap in itself, and maybe that's a different video talking about that. But I think the point is, I just wanted to show you guys that, you know, it's okay to stumble through life a little bit. I'm stumbling. I'm stumbling all the time. Sometimes I stumble upwards, sometimes I stumble down, but we're all heading the same place anyway. So I'm just happy to be trying the things that I want to try, and risking and taking risks and doing things that, so at the end of my life, I don't have regrets, because I don't have any regrets with all these different things that I've tried on this channel and in my life, because this channel has really been one of the best things that's ever happened to me. You know, I wouldn't have tried animating. I wouldn't have tried all this research and all learning about all this stuff about myself. I wouldn't have made it one single gaming video on this channel, and then everyone told me that I need to make a new channel for it. I wouldn't have tried it. I would have just sat there and wondered, you know, a lot of what ifs in my life. So I'm so glad that this channel is here, and this channel came into my life the way it did, and I'm so glad that like all of you guys have been here along for the ride. It's been a very interesting time, very crazy time for the past 5 years. So I'm just thankful for it all. God, what am I even going to name this video? I can't. I'm trying to think of a name or a way to make this like algorithmically sound. I can't even speak right now. Algorithmic. Even now, my brain is trying to figure out a way to make this like an algorithm happy video, but I know it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So I just want to thank you guys for like your continued patience with this channel. I see people who comment on pretty much every single video, no matter the type of video that I post. And I know there's people that just support me no matter what and support this channel and support the ethos of it, which I'm still trying to figure out. I just want to say that I see you. I see you, and I do appreciate it. It's really cool. It's really cool to see people that are like commenting on this channel, even though I've been around for like 5-6 years and have changed so much. You know, the way I'm looking at my creative process is this is going to be a lifelong journey anyway. So I'm not really in a rush to figure this out. I don't need an answer right now. I don't even know if I'm ever going to have an answer, and that's okay. So for any creatives out there who feel like they're lost, that's fine. I think that's totally normal. Coming to terms with the fact that you might never find, you know, what you are meant to do, that's probably a good thing in the long run, because that'll probably help you open up doors and really ask yourself the right questions, and then maybe you will. I don't know. I really don't know. So where is the future of the channel? I really don't know. It's still loosely tied to game development, game design, 3D, CGI, whatever, but it's really at its core about the creative process and all these amazing creative people that are doing all these incredible things through different mediums. You know, I've done videos on Arcane, I've done videos on video games, I've done videos on all this different stuff. So future plans for the channel, I think I'm just going to keep doing these story time things, man. I'm really enjoying just sitting here in front of the camera with like my little notebook and telling stories in the world of like development and movies and TV and people that I have enjoyed learning about, because these videos start with like a question, like really what happened to Unreal Engine? How did we get here? Right? I really enjoy figuring out the origin point of things and where we all came from. I love learning about the people who created the spark of graphics and design. And I've always wanted to do these kind of videos, but I haven't had the confidence to just sit in front of the camera and do it. But because of everything that I've tried in the past, because of these animation videos that I did in the past, because I was able to do that and build up confidence by trying all these things I didn't think was going to be relevant, I've now learned so much about myself that I can comfortably sit in front of this camera and talk for hours. I could do this forever now, because I have the confidence to do it, because I've learned how to do that over just a few months. It's amazing how much you can change just by trying something new for a couple of months. So I don't know, maybe we'll do these check-ins every few months or something and figure that out. And I have no idea what I'm doing on the business side anymore. If this isn't about 3D, then what is my income going to be? But that's not something I'm going to worry about right now. I just want to figure out something I can make sustainably. Anyway, so future plans for the channel, I'm going to keep making the storytime content. I'm going to branch into, I know I've done a couple of like negative ones lately, and I read all the comments, and I understand that like a 3D channel that had like a channel that was like all about like 3D and animation suddenly doing like what happened to Unity can like might be a little bit weird, but it was something, you know, but these are things I'm genuinely interested about. It's not always going to be like doom and gloom. I'm testing all these different types of videos to see how the audience responds mostly. I have a couple of videos coming up about cool stories in game development, you know, more positive stuff. So I'm going to try and always keep it balanced. But right now I've got a couple of drama ones coming out, which I'm pretty excited about because they are juicy and there's nothing wrong with that. I also have some videos about like the making of certain things that I want to do, and it's just going to take time. I'm getting better at researching and writing, and it's just all taking time. It's all going to take some time. Oh, and I'll do a proper room tour in here, but I'm planning to like totally redo this room and make it look cozy and comfortable, because ideally I really want to be a creator that like, if I post a video, it's like a nice long video where people can just like get comfortable, sit down and enjoy it. I don't want it to be this like blasting music in your face, you know, quick cuts, all this crazy like editing and content. I don't watch content like that. So I don't want to make content like that. You know, I want to get some beanbags set up in the corner, maybe like a couch. I'm going to fix the lighting in here because it's a little harsh and make it some like nice, cool lighting, almost like a low lighting, lo-fi, CRT kind of cozy kind of vibe. And I just want to sit around and I want to tell stories and I want to make content like that. I think that's where the future of this channel is going to be. Some people are going to like that, which is awesome. And some people are not going to like that, which is totally fine. Part of me wants to make everyone happy, but if you make everyone happy, you're making no one happy. So I'm going to have to cut off a few branches to evolve. You know, let go or be dragged. I guess that's the saying. Yeah, so we'll get some redesign this. We're gonna redesign this room. Maybe I'll make a video out of it. I really don't know. Work on the audio a bit because I know my audio's never been perfect. I think that's been a little bit of part of the charm of the channel, that it peaks sometimes, but I do want to make it sound a little more professional. I want to get the lighting fixed. I want to create a space that I want to create in, because I think that's super important. I think as creatives, our space and where we create our nest is so important to creating the work and getting the work done. Yeah, so that's about it. I appreciate your patience in letting me figure out where this channel is going to go. I appreciate all the support. I can't believe where we are. I can't believe how far we've come, and I'm currently working on another video that I think is going to be a lot of fun. Another very drama one, and then I'll try and make, like, I guess a little more positive video after that. I've got a good idea for that too. And before I go, you know, I forgot to say, I could use your advice too. You know, are you going through something similar to what I'm going through? Do you have any advice on how I can deal with this? You know, it's not like it's killing me, but I would love to develop some more tools that I can use to like help myself navigate this creative process and really figure out like how to be okay with what I'm doing. If you have any stories you want to share, or if you just want to like connect with me, you know, I read all these comments, so please leave a comment below. I just like advice, connection, whatever would be very cool. That would be very cool for this video. You know, if you liked the videos, if you liked original Stylized Station videos, or if you like that I just sit around and talk, if you just want to watch videos where I just sit here and talk about nothing, that's cool. Let me know. I want to know. I am genuinely interested. All right, so thanks for being around. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate you guys. If you watched all the way to this video, you're a real one. That's pretty cool. Should I be a YouTuber that just sits around and talks about nothing? I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video. I'll be a little more presentation. I'll be in more presentation mode and more polished the next one. But I just wanted to have a little chat with y'all. Keep y'all in the know about what's going on. All right, that's it. I'll see you around.